All right, here we go. I get to share with you today one of the most exciting things that I came up with that had the biggest impact that changed my life as I went through big changes in life. And it's sort of like the secret to everyone's success. And you're going to be like, well, why isn't that already written up? Well, it has been. In fact, the big secret to success is having the right people support you on the way up that corporate ladder. So, I'm going to share with you how, much like businesses create um, a board of directors, why can't you as an individual have your own advisory board of people in place? And that's what I'm going to share with you today because it's so easy to feel like you're alone and lost and that nobody's coming to help you. And why, it's like, why don't people come out of their way to help you move through this big transition in life and reinvent yourself? Where are they? And sometimes they even say, what can I do to help? Or how can I help you? Or I'll be there for you. And then you're like, crickets. Where did they go? And how come they just don't know? How come your people don't know what you need and then show up and provide it for you? It's like, what has happened? Why isn't this happening for you? So, what I'd like to share with you right now is in the life worth living process. This is step 2. And I want to make sure that I've shared my screen correctly so that you are seeing this. There we go. Okay. From the current slide, from the top of the life worth living process, the first thing we did was, of course, you have to get into the right mindset and make the big decision to move forward in your life, to reinvent yourself, to get outside your comfort zone a little bit, to move through grief and loss and understand what grief might hold for you, or trauma, or whatever this transition is that you're making, so that you can identify that treasure and honor it and appreciate it and learn from it, so that these transitions don't hold you back and hold you down. Okay, we are on step 2, literally one of the most exciting steps, and it will have the biggest impact in making the right decisions for you because it will magnify the volume of people on your team and the good information that you've got coming in to make those good, healthy decisions. So, here's what's happening. If you have been feeling emotionally exhausted, if you find yourself feeling lonely or stressed, overwhelmed, like you can't possibly get it all done, and you're worried you don't have what it takes to be the person you want to be. Maybe you've got this imposter syndrome, it's called, when you've been put in a role and you don't necessarily believe that you can fill the shoes of that role. That's called imposter syndrome. And what happens is if you put the right people in place, you are enough. You are enough to fill that role. Whatever this new role is, that you've gone from one identity to a new identity, you do have what it takes. And if you don't, how do you find it? That's what determines success or failure. So when you're asking yourself, how am I actually going to make this happen and get it all done? Here's the answer for you. Your advisory board has everything you need. So what I'd like to do is take a moment and answer this magic question. If I could, and I would if I could grant you 3 wishes right now, what would they be? And you can either jot them down yourself, you can put them in the chat, you can make a note, have them in your head so clear though that you'll be able to refer back to them. So these 3 wishes, you could do the trick of, oh, I wish I had 1,000 more wishes. Or I wish, because then what are you going to do with 1,002 wishes left? And we all know that you have to be careful what you wish for. And these three wishes, right now I'm giving you time to think of your wishes. These three wishes are not going to be wishes that are intending for the genie to trick you. These are not tricky wishes. These are going to be three wishes that right now, off the top of your head, you wish would happen for you or your loved ones or your family. And so once you have your three wishes, and you can pause the video if you need more time, then you can put those up on the refrigerator or in the mirror in your bathroom or wherever you're going to see your three wishes, because those are going to be those things that you aspire to. So what if you were saying things like, I wish I knew what to do for myself right now to be successful. I wish I knew what to do for my loved ones to make sure that they are healthy and safe and secure. I wish I knew what to do for my colleagues to ensure that we are a team who work together so effectively that everything we do moves us as individuals toward our career goals and moves us as a team to help achieve the key performance indicators to make success inevitable. I wish I knew what to do so we can all remain healthy and successful. I wish I knew what to do to get through these challenges with finesse and grace and ease. So those are the kinds of wishes that came to my mind when I'm asked, what are three wishes? So you can choose these wishes, you can choose your own wishes. And I ask you, have you noticed that everyone else feels, and they seem to want to feel safe and stable, but very few people know what to do to make that happen. And this is what I'm going to share with you, because it might seem like, other people have it going on and they want to feel safe and they want to feel stable. So they're making an effort by doing something, but it's not necessarily the right thing because they don't always know what to do to make that happen, to feel safe and stable. If you've ever had a dream, either in the dead of night or wide-eyed, drifting in broad daylight when you're just daydreaming, with a vision of how you want your life to be, then you have it in you to make a difference. Achieving professional and personal goals is considered one of the hardest things anyone can do. And I'm about to give you the secrets on how to make that happen. If you're asking yourself things like, how do I connect so I don't feel like, and these are real quotes that I've gotten from people I've worked with, so I don't feel like I'm in the dark chasing numbers, or how do I connect so I'm not treated like cheap labor? People have asked me, how do I balance my personal and professional life when everything's happening at once? How do I find the time to do everything that needs to get done in any sense of quality that my expectations would have them done in? There's so many things I wish I knew how to do. How do I figure all of this out? Are you ready to lose your excuse and vanquish your fears? It's time to release your inner superhero. There are many reasons how you choose to live have changed. So have your priorities. So I'm going to ask you, are you ready to do something that will change you and help you grow? You will have your perspective changed. You will have your skill set changed. You will have who you know increased. You will build relationships in a whole new way. You may uncover opportunities to stop leaking money and grow revenue like you never imagined you could. So, are you ready to do something that will change you and help you grow to make the rest of your life easier. Highly successful companies invite experienced advisors into their organization as their board of directors. This is what I'm talking about that you can develop to build your own advisory board. And how do you do this? And why would you do this? So building your own advisory board means surrounding yourself with people who have your best interest in mind. That's key. And I'm going to help guide you through the process to figure out how do you find the right people and invite them in so that you can surround yourself with people who will have your best interest in mind when they are giving advice and helping you make the right healthy decisions for you and your family in your life right now. These are going to be people that if you tell them bad news, they will listen. If you told one of these people some bad news, they will not turn the conversation to them. They're not going to try to outdo you. So I'm giving you an idea of how you can determine who's the right kind of person to fit on your advisory board. If you know someone and you shared good news with them, somebody who you might want to invite closer in is somebody who will authentically help you celebrate good news, and they would not try to outdo you. Now, the third category of this is to consider people who pull you down. You know, the people who kind of like suck your energy, and after spending time with them, you feel totally drained. I call these people who will pull you down. And you want to release those people who are sticking you into the mud just to have company in their own misery. Release the people who do not allow consent to those people who need you to be more miserable than they are. Have you ever found people like that where it's like they put you down to make themselves better? Those people are not the right kind of people for your advisory board. So I'm telling you who to choose and who not to choose. Surround yourself with those people who facilitate your desires to move and move you into a better future. Those are the kind of people you're looking for. For example, when you're in a low place, people don't want to connect. And this is important to understand, but it's like sometimes when you're in your lowest low and you're wondering, where did everybody go? Here's where they went. They don't want to disturb you for whatever reason. Maybe clearly you had things to take care of that required attention, and they don't want to keep you from doing what you need to get done to help you get through this low place into a better position. So they feel like, oh, I just can't interrupt. You're busy right now. Perhaps that means you're no longer part of their life, though. And then you're alone. When you're in a low place, people don't want to connect because they don't want their challenges to be outdone. Maybe your challenges are greater than theirs, so they don't feel they can complain about their world. And sometimes people want to vent and let go of stuff. Maybe their biggest life concern feels superficial when your concerns are life or death. If they're worried about what to wear on a certain day, or perhaps what tile to choose for their remodel, or what television show to watch, when you're dealing with really significant issues in life, then they may not call you because they don't want to be outdone. That means you're no longer part of their life and you're alone. Maybe they don't want to brag about their successes. And you think, okay, well, that's a thoughtful person. But at the same point, how could they share their successes when that outshines everything happening in your life? Because when you're in a low place and they just won something significant, it might to them feel like if they brag about where they're at, that's going to make you feel really, really bad. And that's probably not their intention. For example, if you're in a situation where you've broken or changed or lost a loved one, and somebody's getting into a relationship or they're celebrating a life event of some sort, they don't want you to feel bad, so they won't approach you. But in reality, you don't want to stay that low, do you? So it takes a lot of courage to say, might be in a low place right now, but I'm not planning on staying here. And I am enough, and I am enough to celebrate you in where you're at in your life, because I'm going to be there too, once again. And I want for you to celebrate my life with me, because if they don't, that could mean that you are no longer part of their life and you are alone. But people want to actually help you. People do. You are not alone. Who do you need to support you? And if you've got a pen and paper, you can take a moment or pause the video and start writing down, what kind of support do you actually need? Do you need support with your health? Do you need support with money coming in? Do you need support to find a new job? Do you need support to find a new intimate relationship, or you just need a friend? Do you need support to figure out how to have fun in your life? So these are the questions that I want you to take a moment and figure out. Who do you need to support you? Are they local? Are they national? Are they international? Where are they? What kind of people might be able to help you? Do you need a little bit of help, or do you need big help? But you're not going to get it if you don't know what it is. So you need to figure that out, because if you know exactly what you need, maybe you need help with resume writing or figuring out how to look good on LinkedIn. Maybe then you know who to ask for. Maybe what you need is somebody to help drive the kids to and from all of their events. Then you know who to ask for, because the skill set is someone you know and trust who can drive, who has time available to help with the kids. Maybe the skill set is, I need a bridge partner to help not only play bridge, but I want to play mahjong too. So I need a bridge partner who knows how to play mahjong. So be very crystal clear about who you'd like to invite into your advisory board, so you know what you're looking for. Or if you don't have those people already, who does something similar but has experience enough to share to prevent pitfalls and clear the path? So asking advice of somebody to say, who have you used to fix the car? Those kinds of things. And first, it's who do you already know? And that's going to be where you access all the information to build your advisory board. And on the next video that I'm going to share with you is I'm actually going to take you through the steps to create that advisory board, step by step, very simply and very clearly. It's actually very easy to do, and it will open up and unlock your potential like you could never have imagined. If you need my help, go to yourlifeworthliving.org and go down, scroll on the right-hand side and click on I'm ready. Because who's taking care of you? Well, you're taking care of everyone and everything. It's time to build your advisory board. And if you need my help, I'll walk the journey with you. So that's how you get in touch with me. And now on the next video, I'm going to walk you through all the details. Here we go.